end it on that. That's terrible.
Bye. What's up, you two?
Every time.
Welcome to
Truth Juice.
Truth Juice. So today we are going to be talking about woman empowerment for the most part. The great grand finale that we got from our Paris trip was that throughout the whole thing, all of our weird encounters and all that was going on, at the end, we had the most amazing time just dressing to the nine, going shopping, you know, smushing all of the comments that came our way because we were done dealing with people, and just having a good time with the two of us. And that was super, super empowering.
The main reason, like, I think for both of us, like, it was just like the perfect timing for both of us too. Like, we've both always wanted to go to Paris.
Yeah.
And like, there's always this stigma or this idea around Paris that it's like the love capital and you have to go with like your significant other. And I really wanted to like,
love there or something. Yeah.
I really wanted to squash that. I was not interested in having any sort of like love interest. The only love interest I was interested in was like me and Tiffany's. Like, I was not interested in like finding a guy, talking to anyone. Like, it really was just about like the art and the food for me.
Yeah.
So I think that it was nice to kind of like you said, knock it off of its pedestal.
Yeah, it fell off its pedestal real hard for me.
It did. And just kind of like take back that power and like crush that idea of like, you have to do it this way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it's Paris.
Yeah. I mean, we went on a romantic dinner cruise, just the two of us.
And it was the best.
It was so
the last
sweet.
2 days were the best.
It was the nicest way to end the trip. And it was like, it
was nice because you get to go look at all the buildings where you've been the entire week.
But from a different point of view.
Yeah.
It was a little bittersweet, like, being there and then singing all these love songs, blah, blah, blah. But, like, if you can enjoy it for what it is, like, you're in Paris.
I was so over
that
love at that point that I was like, this is great, me and my girl.
Yeah. But that girl singing, too, she was so good.
She was so good. She was crazy.
Yeah, just learning to, like, appreciate it for what it is at its core.
Yeah.
It's not about falling in love. It's not about whatever. Yeah. Relationships, etc., etc. It really is about the history, the art.
Yeah.
What it has to offer, like, as a city.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
It was really nice.
And then
my experience was slightly different because I have always wanted to go to Paris. I set it aside. I'm going to go to Paris, I always said, with a man. When I am in love, when I'm older, I could have gone to Paris many times. God. Exactly. And many times. And I was like, no, I'm going to go. It's the city of romance. I'm going to go with my partner someday. And then I just went through a breakup and she's like, you want to go to Paris? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go to Paris with a girlfriend instead of a man. Let's go. You know, so it was perfect timing. But I also knew that I'm about to move to another state. I knew going to Paris that I was going to be leaving when I got back. So that made my mentality going to Europe very like, okay, I'm going to let myself have one last like rendezvous if I meet a cute French guy or whatever, have my European experience. What's wrong with you?
He doesn't like the rendezvous.
He doesn't like the rendezvous.
He doesn't like the rendezvous.
I didn't like the rendezvous.
I didn't like the rendezvous either.
Yeah. So anyways, so my whole mentality was I was like, and having just this desire to be very alone, like just really wanting to be in my own space, in my own bubble. Are you laughing at his barking?
No, I'm laughing because like, you're like, I want to be alone. I want to have my own space. I want this. I want that. But like in Paris, we were like attached at the hip, and now we're both actually really sad that you're going to Seattle because like we both really enjoy our time together. So it's not even that you want to be alone. You just want to be alone with your girlfriends.
Yeah. I just want to be away from men. So in Paris, though, it's going to be okay. Every time I've gone to Europe, I've met like cute European. Like I said, I actually ended up making good friends that like I have never fallen in love. I'm still single when I went to Europe, but I have like met people and had amazing times from like meeting cute guys or meeting fun girls and going out, blah, blah, blah. So I went into Paris with that mentality. And that was quickly ripped off its pedestal with all our weird male experiences. So by day, whatever it was, I was like, I'm done. I had my little rendezvous adventure, or what I thought it was going to be in my mind. Nah, these guys are worse than LA boys. Like, I'm done. I am done. I am just done with men.
Send me home.
In general. Yeah. So the last days were my favorite because I was, like I said, like, just
I'm
blind,
not concerned,
totally just like, no, zero F's given. And we had like the most amazing time. Like, those were like the most precious memories to me.
Aww.
So super empowering to just like embrace your girlfriends,
embrace just like your own womanhood, like your own singleness. You really don't need other people. You don't.
You really don't.
You need to learn to be content, like, within yourself.
So that's the other thing I'm learning right now. It's like, I'm gonna go drive to another state, and I've had multiple offers of guys now that are like, of course, I get back to America, and all of a sudden the guys here seem real nice. I hated them before France.
She goes, I'm gonna get back to America, and all the guys in America are gonna start looking real good compared to these guys.
Seriously, like, I'm getting flowers. I'm like, what? Like, anyways, but I still already have this no mentality now, so I am.
It's a bad thing. It's not bad to say no.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing to have that time when you're like, I just don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. I just don't. So I have had multiple people offer to drive with me, and I'm like, no, I want to drive by myself and my dog. No, so I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be amazing. And I'm horrified. I'm afraid of getting stuck by the side of the road with no gas and like killed by a serial killer. I don't know, but it is so important that I do it. So if there is something you're afraid to do, don't go leaning on a man or a woman or whatever.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out.
It's really empowering to be like, I don't need someone else. I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this. I am enough.
Yeah, that was something I feel like I really learned, like, right before my birthday, was learning that I'm enough, learning that I'm strong enough to, like, take on or, like, roll with the punches, really. You know what I mean? And not like depend on other people. Like, it's a bad habit. Like, you have to learn to break it. Stop calling other people. Figure it out yourself. Like, you have to be really patient with yourself and just kind of like walk yourself through the steps of whatever it is that you're working through.
Because it's very empowering when you do it.
And I think too, like, we don't give ourselves enough credit when it comes to, like, being strong. Like, we're like, no, we're just these weak damsels in distress. We're not. Like, we are a lot stronger than we give ourselves credit for, and you can do it. Society tells you that you need a man, and you don't. You really don't. You really do for certain things. If you want a sperm donor, sure, but, like, other than that, like, you really don't need a man. Like,
you can even get sperm without a man.
What, from an animal?
Ew!
What are you talking about? Sperm, like, you need a man.
You don't need a physical man. No, you can go to a sperm bank.
Yeah, but you still need a man to donate that sperm.
You don't have to ever see him. You can go.
No. I'm just saying, like, the only reason you would ever need a man is as a donor.
This got real weird real quick.
Well, you said, like, not from a man, so I'm thinking, like, what else could it come from? A cow? Like,
someday there'll be artificial ones.
Oh, God.
And on that note, please like and subscribe below.
For more weird conversations. Truth juice.
Truth juice.
Sperm donor. Truth juice. No, we can't end it on that. That's terrible.
Bye.